draft, the Toronto Raptors select Ed Davis from the University of North Carolina.
Ed Davis, the son of former NBA player and rebounding machine Terry Davis. He goes to the Toronto Raptors at 13 overall. Perhaps Chris Bosh's replacement, D.A.?
Could be. Could be.
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, look, they have a lot of work to do, and they are trying to trade everybody, from what I understand. Starting with Hito Turkoglu and working their way down. So, Toronto, they put a lot of money into that team last year, and it was a complete disaster. They faded at the end. They did not make the playoffs. Obviously, Chris Bosh looks like he's got 1.5 feet out the door. So they need to start rebuilding, and Ed Davis is a good piece. He's a great athlete. Probably going to take him a year or two to really develop into an NBA-type player. But I like the way that he could play potentially with Bargnani.
And Ed Davis was with Craig Sager in Manhattan on draft night. Here's what they had to say.
Well, Ed Davis of North Carolina gets picked by the Toronto Raptors. We heard earlier tonight, Kenny Smith, formerly of North Carolina, said he didn't even work out for Sacramento. He got drafted by Sacramento. He didn't want to go there, and he was very upset. Obviously, he had a great career, winning 2 championships in Houston. You didn't work out for Toronto. Are you happy to go there?
I'm very happy, man. I know Toronto, they have a young team. They play up and down. And then who knows what Chris Bosh is going to do, but most likely a lot of people are saying that he's leaving, so I think I have a chance to come in and get early playing time, and I'm just going to work hard.
Your father played in the NBA for 10 years. How has he prepared you for this moment, and what has he told you?
He just told me, it's a man's game, and it's always be professional and just go hard at everything you do.
You won a national championship as a freshman at North Carolina. What does winning mean to you, and how important will it be for the Toronto Raptors to get back to the playoffs?
Winning means everything to me. So it's always it's about winning and just trying to get better. So winning is my #1 focus right now. That's all I like to do.
Assistant coach in North Carolina, Joe Holiday, calls you Easy Ed. He says, I've never seen him mad, but I've never really seen him happy. Are you really happy tonight?
I'm very happy, but I have a laid back demeanor, and it's just always just cool, calm, and collective, and that's where I got the nickname Easy from.
You injured your wrist. Your season ended on February 10th. How disappointing was that, and what factor did that play in you leaving Carolina?
It was no factor, but just talking to Coach Williams, he said he just want to make my decision not based on my wrist. But I'm just happy to be here. Thank you.
And Kenny, I know you know Ed well. He said, all I care about is the win. Indeed, 2 state championships in high school, won a chip in the NCAAs with North Carolina as a freshman. If he comes out after his freshman year and North Carolina doesn't underachieve and he doesn't have kind of a weird year with the injury, does he go higher than 13?
No, I think 13 is about right. I think overall, as you see it, he's going out with an injury. It seems like I'm going out with one. So I'm going to let D.A.
Yeah.
He
told me what he wanted to say about Ed Davis.
Television first.
I know, he's handing off to
You're
me.
speaking through D.A.
handing me his words. So listen up, America. Listen up. He thinks that Ed Davis is a lot like Greg Monroe in terms of the type of player that he is and the type of player he will be in the NBA. And I think what you mean by that is that this is a guy that he's not going to have to dominate the ball to be an effective player, to be a good player. He can play off the ball, different positions, go get it off the glass, facilitate for others, and help a team win by not necessarily having the ball in his hands all the time. And you need players like that when you're going to win in the NBA. You need those effort guys that are going to clear things out, make things right. What Phil Jackson calls a facilitator or a harmonizer. You need a guy like that, and Ed Davis, I think, can say that.
I don't think you can. You got to give me some stuff, but I don't know if you could have said it better than that.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Literally. Wonderful job of paraphrasing Kenny the Jet Smith. All right, let's move on to number 14. The last